Okay, now let's listen to the sound of the Zoom Q4. I have a MixPre-D right now. Into it, I'm feeding Schoeps CMC641. I'm coming out line level from the MixPre-D, and I've knocked the sensitivity level of the Zoom Q4 all the way down to low, and I'm adjusting the input right here from the MixPre-D, and it's not up very much, otherwise I'd blow it right through the top. And the reason I'm coming out line level and going into low sensitivity on the Zoom 4 is because I found that a lot of these little cameras have a problem when you really ask them for much preamp gain. So the less you tax them with that, usually the better it sounds. So while I've got the camera on, I also want to show you the zoom feature. Actually, it's not a zoom, it's either one or the other. This is the wide shot, and you can see if we get out to the corner here, things get a little fisheye. If we go to the close shot, there you are. So you have a choice of one or the other. Now, what I want to do next is go to the little mics that are on the Zoom 4 and disconnect the Schoeps to see what the difference is for noise. Right now, we're recording at 48 kilohertz, 24-bit. And the Zoom Q4 does go up to 96 kilohertz. But I figured, for a pro video, if you're doing 24-bit, 48, that's good enough. So I'm going to pull it. And the level was going to be a little low. So I'll increase the sensitivity on it. And stay. Here we are. So we're in manual. Now in my cans, I'm hearing more hiss. I don't know whether it's going to come out of the Zoom that way. I'm also hearing my headphone cable make some noise here. So again, we've got the preamps on the Zoom H4 cranked up all the way, and maybe that's where some of the noise is coming from. And it is stereo. I mean, you go on this side, and then you go on that side. So it does move around. And that's different than a mono feed. But there you go. We have now audio coming into the Zoom from external source as well as the mics. And you've also seen the way the Zoom works. Oh, yeah, there's one other thing I wanted to mention. Did you ever get into that situation where everything's hot and heavy, you're shooting, you're stopping, you're shooting, you're stopping, you're shooting, you're stopping, and all of a sudden at some point you look down and you hit the stop button and realize that you just went into record? Uh-oh. When did your brain get out of sequence with the camera? You know what I mean? I think we've all done that. The interesting thing is, in the sound devices gear, for example, when you go into record and you're listening in the headphones, there's a one boop, boop. And when you hit stop, there's a two boop, boop, boop. Well, the Zoom Q4 has that feature built into it already. So if you're listening to the Zoom 4, you're going to hear those boops when you go in and come out. And that could be a lifesaver somewhere along the line. The other thing I'll mention is there's a little latency. I do hear a little delay in my voice as I'm talking now, regardless as to whether I'm using the Schoeps or these mics, because apparently it takes a little bit of processing time for the voice to get actually through the camera and back out to the headphones. Not enough to mess me up, but it might mess up some people. Just keep that in mind. It's the Zoom Q4. I'm Ty Ford. Thanks for watching.